Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket, and today in this video we are going to look at what happened to the markets, what we can expect from the markets tomorrow, which is an expiry day, and what happened to our trades. So if we actually look at the markets today, the markets opened 100 points gap down and Nifty ended almost at the lowest point of the day. But the surprising thing here is yesterday we saw that the US markets traded positive. While I saw in the night, all the US indices were up by almost around 2%. And even SGX Nifty was indicating positive 80 to 90 points higher. And suddenly when I open in the morning, SGX Nifty has turned negative 90 points. While US closed on a positive note, all the Asian indices opened around 1 to 1.5% lower, and even this led SGX Nifty also to open lower by 90 points. Similar to how the SGX Nifty indicated, even Nifty ended up opening around 100 points lower, and Bank Nifty also gapped down close to around 200 points. But the thing is, after it gapped down, the selling further continued. So from 100 it went on to 150, 200, and it almost ended around 200 points lower. We had discussed in the yesterday video that markets had tested 15,700 but saw a rejection. Even Bank Nifty had tested 33,500 and saw a rejection from there. And we had also told in the yesterday's video, in case if we see a gap up above 15,700 or 33,500 and Bank Nifty sustains there, then it is going to be quite positive for the market. And we had also discussed one more scenario where we see a gap down. In that case, as we saw today, 15,700 and 33,500 is going to act as a very strong resistance for the short term. So today we saw a gap down and the markets didn't even cross the day's high, and hence that's the reason we might again see 15,700 act as a very crucial resistance for the market in the short run. So now coming to what we can expect from the markets for tomorrow, which is an expiry day. So today if you actually look at the markets, there was not a single index which actually ended up gaining. Apart from that, all the global cues are also in red or negative, and there is also the UK inflation data which is at 40-year high or at 9%. So the thing is, it's quite clear that the sentiments are not so positive. So even though the move was just 200 points, all the sectorial indices were in red. So this is one important point to consider. But on the other hand, relatively Bank Nifty saw some strength. So even though Nifty was falling, which was mainly due to Reliance, which was down almost around 3.5%, Bank Nifty relatively witnessed some strength, because when Nifty closed at the lowest point of the day, Bank Nifty just fell for first 1.5 hours and later closed almost around the same range itself. So this will bring us on to the very important question of where exactly we can expect the expiry for tomorrow. Looking at the global cues, it does suggest that we might not see a positive move on the upper side, and even if we do see that, 15,700 is going to act as a very strong resistance, and I personally don't expect markets to cross 15,700. So this is again a personal opinion. On the lower end, 15,000 should act as a strong support for the immediate term. So even though the range is quite broad, that is 15,000 to 15,700, so I am suggesting such a broad range because if the US markets also end up falling around 2%, we might see a 120 points gap down itself. So that's the reason I have given a slightly broader range. So that is 15,000 to 15,700 for Nifty. Now when we come to Bank Nifty, here I am expecting a range of 32,500 to 33,500. So here we have slightly narrower range. So the reason for this is again pretty simple. So we have seen Bank Nifty take quite good support at 32,500 quite a couple of times, and recently also it saw some good buying when it tested 32,500 and it went all the way up till 33,500. At 33,500 we witnessed some very strong selling, which again took back Bank Nifty to 33,000. So that's the reason we might expect the expiry happening between 32,500 to 33,500 unless we don't see any big gap up or gap down happening. So if the market opens flat anywhere between, let's say, plus or minus 100 points for Bank Nifty, then we can expect this range to hold. In case if you are seeing a negative opening for Bank Nifty, let's say Bank Nifty ends up opening around 32,700 or 32,600, then 33,000 itself is going to act as a very strong resistance for the market. So if there is a negative opening of 150 points, then I don't expect Bank Nifty to cross 33,000. So again, this is not a recommendation, it is just the opinion or the idea of the market what we have. So we can be totally wrong, and that's the reason I would ask you to consult your financial advisor before acting upon these views. Now coming to the final part of what happened to our trade. So today we had testing rounds of the new app target. So we started testing out different scenarios, trying to find if there are any errors and trying to work on the speed of execution. So we were busy with that, and morning as the market opened gap down, we slightly had bullish positions for the overnight trade. So we got hit around 1.3 lakh from our option trades. Apart from that, we also had some future positions with which we again got hit around 1.2 lakh. So totally we ended the day with negative of 2.5 lakh. So 1.3 lakh from options, 1.2 lakh from futures, so negative of 2.5 lakh. So yesterday we had made 5 lakh gain, today we lost 2.5 lakh, so net we are 2.5 lakh positive. So tomorrow is the expiry day, so tomorrow we'll be trading little more aggressively than what we have done in the last whole week, because last whole week we just have the positional trade and we really haven't taken any intraday trades. So tomorrow we'll be doing some intraday also, hence the trading activity tomorrow will be little higher than what we have done in the previous week. We'll be looking for anywhere between 1 to 1.5 lakh gains with intraday trade, since the quarter is on a good note. So we would also want to end it on the same note, since we only have 2 more weeks for the quarter to end, or 2 more expiries for the quarter to end. And one more suggestion what I would have is, especially in such market scenarios, have your position size very low. Yesterday we saw a gap up of 100 points and Nifty ended up rallying almost around 300 points. And today we saw a gap down of 100 points, Nifty went and fell close to 230 points. So one day if Nifty is going up by 200-300 points, second day it is coming down by 300 points. So if you're doing positional trade, it will be very hard to manage such trades, because yesterday you might have felt that okay, there is some good buying at lower levels, but today the situation has completely changed. So that's the reason, have your position size very low, because right now the market seems to be quite volatile. It's okay even if you don't end up making huge money, it's good that we end up saving in the times when we go wrong. So because we are going to get a lot of opportunity later on when the market stabilizes and remains to trade in a range or starts to trend. So we can definitely make use of that if we save our capital now. So with this we also come to the end of this video. If you have liked this, then please do hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining.